Just practicing doing the 6x6 matrix reading using the Jung Tarot Cards. That's the Carl Jung cards by Robert Wang. And since these cards are kind of large and I don't have much room on my table, we're just going to have to show the cards that were drawn. And here we go. So this is a reading called, quote, "This is my life." So let's get into it. We have Justice, Page of Swords, Three Swords. This is a remarkably cutting kind of reading. This is a reading specifically dealing with a lot of mind, a lot of strong this or that decision. Definitely deep insight and tremendous hurt. And this is kind of interesting. I've never had this come up before where I had three swords arranged in such a way. So we have a major arcana, which is the headship. These are the gods or deities of reality and of all of the life, of the greater matrix of reality. The court cards position is always the one that is the essentially the managers and leadership of this world system. They're the presidents, the oligarchs, executive enforcement such as militaries. These are the positions that are run by local police, by local corporate managements, large corporate management. So these are positions higher than yourself, but play a specific role in directing your life. This position is essentially you, the person, the pips right here. This is the Three of Swords, and this is the pips position, which is showing what's actually happening and what you are encountering or experiencing, essentially what is driving this. So everything is kind of a top down. The Justice with her sword and balance is driving this page, and a Page of Swords. So swords is thought and mind, not emotion like cups, but it's more thought of mind, and is also a card that has the very high potential of being critical. Maybe not a critical spirit, but a critical situation is taking place. And I think it's a critical situation is taking place because the way these are paired together and the way this is showing that you are defeated. Unstable relationship bringing about defeat. It will come eventually. Excuse me. So we have the page in our type of reading. This system that I use is a messenger in a way that the youth were often used as a communication tool long before we had cell phones and telephone, and we had Morse code. We actually had messengers that would run throughout the kingdom, throughout the various communities in the land, and over to the other castles and other lords, and they would be the messenger. So this is someone with a message, and they are generally youthful, but they are bringing about something in the court. So they are the least level of management wise in the court, but they also are very connected to the people in the court. And hold one moment, please. Okay, we're returning back there. I had an important phone call, and thank you for sticking around. So we were just talking about the 3 cards with the 6x6 matrix that we use, and let's see, I'll go over this again. We were talking about the swords, and I haven't seen so many swords ever in this kind of a draw. The 3 of swords upside down. This is what it would look like right side up. And this card was drawn upside down. Upside down in my system means that the card is either muted or distorted. It is not its full potential. It doesn't necessarily mean bad or worse. It could be, depends on what it's tied to. So it is a skewed or alternative meaning for that card. In this case, we have the pairing of the Justice and Lady Justice, and then we have the Page of Swords. Communication and authority. So there is, regarding this, the querent question is, what is my life, or show me my life, or this is what my life is right now type of thing. And so the aspect that we're looking at on this is the judgment, again having a sword. So the judgment is a yes or no. There is divine judgment. This is a card of divinity, and then that is tied to the court card of the Page of Communication. This communication is thought communication, more of mind. So there is judgment of the mind taking place, and it's right side up. So that's good. Now we're going to take a look at this pairing up here, in which we see the Page of Communication of mind. This is not communication like the wands would be. This is mind itself. This is being paired with the reverse or upside down 3 of Swords. If you're used to the Rider-Waite card, the 3 of Swords would be stabbing a heart. You would see all 3 swords stabbing into a heart, which in some cases means brotherhood. And you screw one of us, you screw all of us type of thing. One for all for one. And it's also a card of brokenness, very much brokenness. Now this happens to be upside down, so that brokenness is skewed in such a way that we have to see what it is paired with. And in this case, it is paired with communications. This page is trying to give us communication about the mind, making a decision, a critical decision of the mind. That's why she's got a sword. It's a critical decision. The critical decision is being skewed, or in some aspect it is being an alternative, or it's being coerced. We could say that it is not a direct decision. It's not a healthy decision, as would be like a 4 of Swords right side up. 4 is stability, 3 is instability, 2 is germination, and 1 is ideation. So this is a 3 that is instability. So if you can imagine a seed being planted, and then it starts to grow, which is the card number 2, when it comes out as a sprout and it's still underground, just barely pushing up, it starts to become the number 3 card. So it's really unstable. So it's in an unstable condition where it is flimsy, and it's stronger than number 2, so it's not vacillating so much, so it's pushing up straight, but it's not stable like a number 4. Just think of number 4 as stable table, right? And then 5, hard times are coming. So this is a card before stability and before hard times come. So we have skewed thinking. We have thinking about the conditions of the mind type of connection with maybe brotherhood or some family or friend or work or even personal relationship with yourself, the mind. This is not relationship like the heart, of the clubs, which would be the cups, being like water, and the clubs would be like the wands, where there's stability in that and broken stability. This is mind. So we have mind over here, we have mind right here, and then we have mind here. So this is a pretty strong set. Now let's look at the triad. The triad is really saying that there is judgment of the upper mind that is not harmonious, not strong, not stable. It's an unstable condition of the mind. So the judgment or the thinking of black and white and stability of that thinking is not there. So this was a reading specifically for what is my life. My life currently represents these exact 3 cards, and that's a fantastic reading. There is tremendous difficulty going on, and I think this is absolutely beautiful. Justice, Page of Swords, 3 of Swords reversed. All right, this is Joe the Tarot Guy, and I would like you to comment below and let me hear how you read the cards with your method. And please like, share, and subscribe, and have an absolutely fantastic day. And may you be richly blessed. Ciao.